Hello, my name is Vista Ed Hunter, and today we're going to be playing Blood Bowl 2. This is a Warhammer Fantasy football game with a little bit more murderous intentions. This is also from the same universe as Warhammer or Total Warhammer 1, Total Warhammer 2, as well as Vermintide 1 and 2. Today we're going to be playing as the Skaven. I've already kind of come up with a name here. We're going to be the Warriors of Cheese. We already have a befitting icon, or a logo I should say. We're just going to pick out a jersey here. I think I'm probably going to do something that's black, even though it doesn't really go with cheese. I just like black on the Skaven. Alright, we're ready to start, so we got to choose a stadium. So the Under Empire. We're just going to call this, we'll just call it the Cheese Factory. I guess if you go there, it makes all your dreams come true. Maybe you'll meet Willy Wonka there. Except for he'd be named something different, something relevant to cheese.
Another Skaven.
Alright, we're gonna custom build our
the
team here,
fur
which
fly.
whenever you make a Blood Bowl 2 team, you can either have them automatically make a team or you can make your own team. If you make your own team, you start with 100, or not 100,000. You start out with 1 million gold essentially to buy your team. So it's really important to get at least 11 members because that's how many you need to field on the pitch. But it's also important to get upgrades here as they can help you throughout the game. Cheerleaders, fan factors, and coaching assistants just help with some of the events on the kickoff. That's something you'll see a little bit later on. And then the team rerolls and apothecary help with a lot of stuff. They have to deal with when you get injured, and rerolls have to deal with when you are trying to make plays, such as rerolling dodges or blocks and stuff like that. But that's all stuff we will get into. I normally like to start my teams with a big guy, just because they can give you a lot of blocking power that can help you actually knock things down. And most Skaven don't actually have a lot of, well, I guess actually they are strength 3 and agility 3, but they don't have a lot of armor, so if they get knocked down, they're more likely to get injured. So the MA is their movement allowance, the ST is strength, their AG is their agility, and the AV is their armor value. So the movement allowance is how many tiles they can move, while the strength is how strong they are. This has to deal with when you're throwing blocks at an enemy character, you kind of look at both of their strengths. So if you're strength 3 and someone else is strength 3, you'll roll 1 dice. If you're strength 4 against strength 2, you'll roll 2 dice. And so on and so on. And agilities normally has to do with dodging and some of the other skills like throwing and catching. But that's all stuff we'll get into. So like I said, we're going to start with a Rat Ogre. Storm Vermin are really good too. 90,000. We're going to get 2 of those at least. I like to get 2 Gutter Runners, though probably 4 is probably recommended. But as we go on in the Eternal League, I'll definitely be buying a bit more of them. I could buy a Thrower, because he is as good as a Lineman. He just comes with extra stats. He's only 20,000 more. Honestly, because he has the same stats, I'm going to buy at least 1 Thrower, because even if I don't use him for throwing, I can just throw him on the pitch as a lineman, just slightly more expensive. Then we're going to buy up to 11. Alright, so you have 190k. So honestly, the Skaven, whenever they go down, or whenever you lose a player, whenever a player gets knocked out or injured, they're out for the rest of the game. Knocked out is only out until the end of the pitch, which means that you actually have a chance to recover them at the end, but it's kind of unlikely. So I'm going to at least get 12, just so I have that backup member. I think that should do it for our team of Rat Ogre, 2 Storm Vermin, 2 Gutter Runners, a Thrower, and 6 Linemen. Yeah, that should be nice. Alright, now we're going to buy this. Fan Factor can only be bought before the first game. Normally I like to start with a lot of Fan Factor, but we don't have a lot of gold, so I want to kind of value the rerolls a bit more. Fortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to afford an apothecary to start out, but we'll buy a coaching assistant.
Fan memorabilia has a
Actually,
thriving black market.
let's buy
Players
2
have to be
fan
careful,
factor,
though.
because we can buy the
The
coaching
highest
assistant and the
prices are
cheerleaders
for
later on.
limbs and other body parts. And the more obsessed
Alright, so here we
collectors
have
are
our
not
whole team.
bothered about waiting for the target player to perish before harvesting them.
Alright, we have our team roster right here, which as you can see, it shows like all of them and their numbers and stuff like that, and will also show you all their skills. You can click on the character and hover over the skills in this game, and it will tell you all of what they do. The big negative for this is the wild animal. You always have to roll a d6. If declaring an action while taking a block or blitz on a roll of 1 to 3, it does not move and roars. Oh, so this only has to do with... No, it is block or blitz. Okay, so just as long as if he's blocking or blitzing, he adds 2 to it, but if he's just moving, he's less likely to succeed in it. Prehensile Tail makes it harder for enemies to dodge away from him. Loner means that if you want to use a reroll on him, you have to make a 4+ save first. Mighty Blow means you add 1 to the armor or injury roll. And then Frenzy means that if you would get a defender pushed or defender stumbles and the player doesn't get downed, then you can throw a second block. And the reason why a defender wouldn't get downed on a defender stumbles is if they have the dodge skill, which our gun runners actually have. So what the dodge skill does is, in addition, if a blocked player uses a dodge skill, you can treat a defender stumbles results as a defender push. So if they're attacking you and they get a defender stumbles against you, you can use the dodge skill to make it just a defender push instead. Our Storm Vermin, they have block, which makes it so you can, are on the result of a both down, he doesn't get knocked down. So it's kind of nice because then he can get most things down on a defender down, defender stumbles, and a both down, which is 3 sides out of the dice. And the last but not least is our Thrower. He's got Sure Hands, which means he rerolls to pick up the ball, and he's got Pass, which means he rerolls throws. They're all nice, but the thing is you can't reroll an action more than once. So if you have Dodge, you innately will reroll to dodge, but you can't reroll the reroll. You can only ever reroll something once, as far as I understand. So I'm now going to go to this team, and we're going to start up an Eternal League. So we're going to join a league, Eternal League. We're going to... Okay. So this is just telling you about the Eternal League. So we're going to register for the Autumn Cup. There's several other cups there. And on the side you can see like any things that you have, or any requirements you have to meet in order to enter it, and any rewards offered by it. So like the Spike magazine requires Cyans, which is like a premium currency they use for this game. You can use to buy skins and other things. But to just keep it simple, we're just going to start with the NAF Autumn Championship. So if we end up winning this, it's the first 2 teams will receive a ticket that allows access to the Chaos Cup competition. So ideally we get in the top 2 teams, and we can do the Chaos Cup next time.
Never went onto the field
so
without a pair of orchid.
I'm going to register for this. It's going to generate teams, so it's going to take a second.
Who did ogre sizes.
Alright, so we already have our first opponents here. We have the Vicious Spiders. They're a Dark Elf team. Looks like they literally just have blitzers and linemen. They don't have any witch elves or anything. They've got 2 rerolls. Alrighty, let's get right into the match.
The team knows
I'm
its
probably
opponents.
gonna split.
We can launch the game.
Sorry about that. The thing was speaking. I'm probably going to split each match into its own episode, and I'll just do 7 episodes for the Eternal League and see how people like it. So this phase right here is where we can spend any money. So if the team's rating is higher than yours, you get petty cash, which means you can spend petty cash on like any of this stuff to help you win, or just to help make up the difference in your scores. And then this, the top one, is how much money you have in your treasure. Because we spend everything, I don't have any money at all. But you could actually pay out of pocket for some of these all-stars and stuff. So like if you're in a tournament, you're about to get knocked out, you could buy an all-star or something like that. So I'm not going to end up buying anything. My opponent is going to do the same thing. He doesn't have any petty cash because we're both the same score. And we're just going to get right into the game.
Match time!
The facts they have right here are kind of interesting too. The team's coach later said to him, "Stupid, useless git."
Welcome back, sports fans.
So we got his field. You can actually random, or it randoms between whose field you get, I believe. So it's actually his field instead of mine, which means we'll actually be playing at the stadium he chose instead of the stadium I chose at the beginning. So there's this team presentation, which will show you all of our guys. So this is our big guy right here. It's a blitzer. These are just all of our linemen. There's a lot of them. And our gutter runners. I think that might be our thrower. And the rest of our linemen. No, that's our thrower right here, because he's got the warp cannon kind of thing. All right, and we flip to see who goes first. Let's see. All right, so because nothing popped
Facing
up for
the
me, that
dark
means he
elves is never
gets to
fun.
choose.
They're cruel,
Let's change the
they're
camera here.
vicious,
So
and
he
they're
chose to
really
be on the
pretty
offense,
good.
which means I'm going to be kicking the ball to him. I always like to put my big man, or my big guy, on the line of scrimmage, because he's really good at throwing blocks. What do I have on the sideline? Alignment? Alright, yep. Looks good. I like to throw my gutter runners on the sides to hopefully try and get behind his line and hopefully get the ball wherever I kick it. I think, do I only have 2 blitzers? Okay. Or 2 storm vermin, I guess is what they're called. Okay, so we're just going to fill the rest of my lineup with these linemen. The thing, you see how the zones are separated? So like on the side there's these 4, and then there's this dotted line, and then there's the middle 6 or 7, and then you have, again, the dotted line and 4 more. These are the 2 sides. You can only ever have 2 of maximum there for deployment, unless a rule or something says otherwise, but I haven't run into any of those situations. After we kick the ball, you can have as many on the sides as you want, or in the middle, or wherever. But you have to at least wait until the ball's been kicked. So I think we're going to do something like this. And I'm going to keep my thrower back here, because I don't want him to end up getting hurt. Actually, I'm going to throw them on the sides so that they can possibly support me blitzing on the left or the right side to try and get the ball. And that's going to be it. Now we're going to kick the ball off to him. So he did his setup. He's not changing anything. So I think we're actually just going to kick it right here in the middle. The ball scatters. So you don't want to ever put it too close to these sides. Yeah, like see, it's scattered from here to there. It's like 8 blocks. So you don't ever want to put it too close to the edges, because then you're more likely for it to bounce out. If it bounces out, it's called a touchback, and the opponent is allowed to give the ball to any of his players, which means he could put it on someone who's close to my line and try and get it further in. So right now, he's probably just going to move most of his guys up to engage, because if any of his guys are engaged with mine, I can no longer dodge out of the squares. Alright, now he's going for the pickup.
The ball is in the player's
So if you see here,
What next?
the pickup, it tells you what he needed to roll and what he rolled. So he needed a 2 or better because he has a 4 in agility. If he had a 3 in
Not a
agility,
wise
he'd
place
need
to
a
end
3 or
your
better,
turn
and
the
so on
border
and
of
so
the
on.
pitch. If the player
The
gets
higher your
pushed
skill
into
is, the
crowd-
better you are at that action.
Last time
So
that
if you're
happened, it took
high in
3
agility,
days
you're
to
better
piece
at
the body back
passing and
together.
picking up and dodging and all that. Yeah, you see the AI do this a lot, where he'll pull his guys off my line because he doesn't want me to get free blocks. I guess he's not moving this guy, so we're gonna go for it.
2 big
Because
dudes get
we are
together
throwing a
and
block
fall
instead
on
of doing
you.
a different
If you
action, my
hear.
wild animal is more likely to succeed. So instead of
Sometimes
needing
the-
a 3, we need a 1. Ooh, that's nice. We KO'd him.
Ah, we called that
Oh, thanks to Mighty Blow. So right here is when apothecaries would be used. So if he really wanted the player, he could apothecary. Most of the time, you only ever use it for dead results or whatever. And so this means is whenever this play ends, so when I finally score a touchdown, or he scores a touchdown, or we get the end of the turn track, we will he'll roll to see if the guy gets back up. And if it fails, you'll do it again and again until he does succeed, or until the game ends. So, and he doesn't have any extras, so he might be down. So he's going to be down a person this pitch. So whenever you're blocking, any guy who isn't opposed or isn't touching an adjacent enemy can support. So if I was attacking with my thrower, this guy would support him. And if I was attacking with him, this guy would support him. However, if this guy was here in this square, then he wouldn't be able to support the thrower because he would have this guy behind him. So we're gonna push the lineman because I'm gonna use the thrower to possibly get further up. So we're gonna defender stumbles because that will knock him down because he doesn't have the dodge skill. And then we're gonna want to try. Oh, I never noticed that there's the little mouse on his back with the flag. It's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to try and get through this blitzer. So I'm moving him here so that when I blitz with this guy, he can support him. And this guy doesn't get to support the attack because I have guys bordering him. So I'm going to do this.
The attacker has an assist.
Defender stumbles. We're going to knock him diagonal. We're going to knock him over here. Wow, another armor break. So I have it set to only do animations on armor breaks. So it's only when they're stunned, knocked out, injured, or killed. That's kind of nice. So now we're just going to move this guy up here. And we're just going to keep bringing more rats through his lines now. You can only ever do one blitz a turn. So you can never declare more than one blitz. So it's better to use it. You just want to use your blitzes carefully. You don't want to just, you know, willy-nilly throw the one blitz you get a turn away. I'm going to try and get my thrower closer. I might actually do a couple of going for it just to get him closer to hopefully throw the ball. My gutter runner, I could have him run up on the side. He does get a free reroll, but I think I'm just going to play it safe with him. You always want to do your easy actions first before you make any risky actions.
Those vermin are fast.
And the reason why is because if one of your players gets knocked down, then it's a turnover, which means it goes to his turn. Or if the ball is, so say if I had the ball and my guy with the ball got knocked down, it would be a turnover. So it's whenever one of your guys gets knocked down. But if you're a defender, obviously the turn is your opponent's, so it wouldn't go down unless one of his guys went down. So I think I'm going to do one going for it. I hope I don't have to use a reroll. You see how it said 83%? That meant that I just needed a 2 up. And then a 67 means I need a 3 up. 50 means I need a 4 up. And I think 23 or 37, something like that. 33, yeah, means that I need a 5 up. So this guy is a bit more dangerous. So we're going to go for the play that's more likely to happen. So we're going to dodge. Okay, that worked out. But now we don't want to let his guys be unsupported too much. Oh, so there I ran out of the turn timer. You don't want to unsupport too many of his guys because then he can just freely move them. So like over here, I was probably going to move this guy probably right there so that he could have made these two guys, or forced these two guys to have to take dodge checks. So like see right now he's forced this guy to take a dodge check if I want to use him. And he does have dump off, which allows him to possibly make a pass whenever I blitz him. So if I go to blitz him, he could try and throw the ball to them. So over here they push this guy. Yeah, this guy's going. Defender down. I don't have dodge on this guy, so he's going down. So whenever your guy goes down, they make an armor roll, and you have to roll higher than their armor. So because he's a 7, they needed to roll an 8 up. And if they rolled an 8 up, then it would break his armor, and you'd roll for injury to see if he was knocked out, stunned, unconscious, or knocked out, stunned, injured, or dead. He passed his dodge right there. Alright, so I'm going to get support on the ball. Another thing is you always want to pick up your guys first too. Because if you forget to, then they will just be stuck on the ground, and that doesn't really help you too much. Sometimes you want to leave them down if they're like in a bad situation, like against 3 or 4 guys where they're going to get 3 diced on them. And you don't want to risk the injury. Gonna move this guy up here to support. This guy could attack there. Alright. I'm gonna blitz here, I think? Yeah. I'm gonna blitz like this, which means I can push him there or there. The way you attack them is the direction they go down in. So like for example, because I attacked him, I could have put him in any of these 3 squares. But if you attack someone straight on, it's like if I blitzed him right now or blocked him right now, I would push him to any one of these 3 squares. So it's directional. So if I push someone from here, it would be any of these 3. From here, it would be any of these 3. There would be any of these 3. So now the ball is down. However, it is surrounded by his guys. So if I were to try and pick it up, I'd have a lower chance. So I'm not going to try and pick it up with that guy. I'm going to try and knock him away. So what I need to do is get someone over here. See if I can See if I can't get this guy to move over here. Oh, nice. I actually passed the wild animal. It's a lot harder to pass it whenever you're not making a blocker blitz action. So now this guy has +1 strength. Now I just have to cover up this guy, which I don't want to make a dangerous play, so we're just going to do that. Watch my timer. Alright, we're going to knock this guy down. Oh, so we got buff down, buff down. So if I did this, both him and I would get knocked down. Neither of us is blocking. This would be a turnover for me. I'm going to re-roll it. Hope I get defender stumbles or just push. Alright, I got a defender down instead, so I can follow him. So now the ball's kind of protected for me. But I do want to get another guy on this in case he pushes him away. That way I can at least have blocks without having these blitzes. So I think we'll move him here.
The players arrive to
Then we're
assist
gonna move
their
this
teammate.
guy over here. I'm not gonna make this because this is a 1 dice. I might do that because that's a 2 dice. But I think we're gonna try and dodge actually. Yeah, we're gonna dodge right here. Okay, nice, we made it.
They're going for the ball.
And yeah, we'll just leave this block.
Come on, guys. Together.
Nice, we got our defender down. Do I want to follow him? Yeah, that way that guy's actually covered. Oh, he's got buff down though, so he could actually... We'll see. I'm gonna my turn. If the videos are too long, I might have to load them up into 2 parts. Most games take about 40-50 minutes. Actually, I would say, 30 to 50 minutes. The 50-minute
Move
games
right
are
next to a teammate.
just where like you are using all 3 minutes every single turn. The AI is pretty quick, so if you're playing against players, the games seem to take a bit longer. Most people like to think about their turn.
They're gathering around that.
All right,
lone player.
he's got blocks, so he can use both down without penalty. This guy's attacking him. Defender stumbles. I've got dodge. So he pushed me because all 3 of these guards are occupied. He then chose to where to push me again, or where he pushed the other guy. So the second time he was blocking me, he would have pushed this guy, either here or there. That's really good because it's nice because sometimes you can actually line something up when you knock him off the play. Okay, this is good. All right, he failed his dodge over there, and I guess he just chose not to reroll it. So now he still has 2 guys on the ball. A lot of my guys are covered. We're gonna try and get this guy off of me. Nice, we did. And now we just got to get this guy off. Which I think... If I move here, then he could move... Yeah, okay, so we'll do this.
The ball is currently secured, but now they must grab it.
Okay, yeah, so we push him away. I wish I got a down or a block or something, but
Twinkle toes there.
he's at least away from the ball, so now no one's occupying the ball, so I can just run and get it. Oh, I forgot these guys have 9 movement, so I can actually get this. I can actually try and touchdown. But I might see if I can actually go for an injury. Whenever you injure someone, you get 2 SPP. Or if you kill them, you get 2 SPP as well. Touchdowns are worth 3 SPP, and then throwing is worth 1 SPP if successful. Successfully thrown and caught. So we're going to try this. Okay, he failed. I'm not going to waste my reroll on it, so
They should hire a tame player.
we're just going to go for this touchdown now.
Good catch. Hello, so near
All right,
the end zone.
and there we go. We got it. Touchdown,
The ball
boys.
is in the end zone, and according to Knuckles' sacred text, we have a touchdown. Fast. If they keep doing that, we'll be in
The
double
halftime
figures
show,
by
you
the
can
end
choose
of
your
the second
cheerleaders,
half.
your humans, orcs, and dwarves. And so he rolled for his reroll, or the knocked out guy, and he picked him back up. All right. So now, because I scored, we're defending again. Or yeah, we're defending again. They're receiving. So we're just gonna end our turn.
His team has just kicked it away.
And there we go. I cut Suffer's inventory. That's probably my guy.
Let's take a quick look at that.
So he was knocked out. So that's one of the events.
The player's eyes rolling up into his head. He'll be out.
So they chucked a rock and took him out. It could have been a lot worse, but it still kind of sucks to lose my thrower. this big guy's name? Zip Cut? Maybe they're brothers. Scroto of Mordheim, I should say. Mordheim's another game set in the Warhammer Fantasy universe. It's actually a really good game. It's a warband skirmish game. Might play it if people are interested in it. Nice, he picked it up. So he's going to try and take my gutter runners down.
Finish in the
Dodge.
public. And in general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
Probably after this first episode, I won't be talking as much because I'm not going to be explaining everything every time. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm talking a lot right now. I'll probably not be talking nearly as much in future games. So wild animal, so we failed it. It's just a roll of a 2-up, and we failed it again. It's kind of like the bane of anything that's a 2-up. Like going for it. If it's a 2-up, it's harder than a 6 to roll. That's unfortunate. So both of these would result in my turn being over. That's not what we want. Alright, there we go. Defender down. Now we can move up here. So we're going to kind of do a similar action because he's kind of ended his way in a similar fashion to the last game. Or last, I shouldn't say game, but last play. So this, nice, KO'd. So now we can actually get guys on the ball. Ouch. This kind of sucks. But I didn't have too many other plays. Smoke down will just put me down because he has block. Stunned. Hatchamate of Hell. What a name. Cryik. Weeful Sneak. Snabelk. Snubhose Chinner. I love this Skaven, they just got some crazy names. Another KO'd. So if you see, a lot of my guys are getting knocked out on almost every time because we don't have a lot of armor, so he's more likely to break it. And if you break armor, then you're guaranteed to be stunned, knocked out, injured, or dead. So this is one thing I noticed the AI do a lot, is they'll start like putting guys in your end zone, like he's gonna make a Hail Mary pass. But the problem is he'll start undefending the ball, which makes it so you can actually break them. In case anyone's curious, I am playing on medium AI difficulty. I could increase it. Personally, I just find medium is more like, playing for fun, not really looking for a super hard challenge with this game. Just looking to have some fun. So turn 5 out of 8. The game is 16 rounds in total, but it's split into 2 halves of 8. So this guy could move around like that. That guy could never block him. He's strength 2 against strength 3, so it's 2 red dice, which means what red dice mean is whenever you throw the block, your opponent chooses what happened. You can still re-roll, but you want to try and avoid red dice whenever possible. I don't want to blitz with this guy, but I'm going to see if I can just move him over. Okay, nice. So I'm going to try and take this ball carrier down.
They'll need to get rid of the ball.
Guy
now
here.
there's pressure on them.
The reason I'm moving this guy here is because that will cover these guys. So now I will get the +1 from that. He won't get any of these +1s because he's covered by these guys. So we're going to block him this way.
All this focus on the
Whenever
ball
it does that little
against the
pause,
spirit
it's
of
like
the
he's
game.
deciding based on his
Give
skill.
me
So like
more
if he wanted to, he could
random
dump off. So block. Nice, that's exactly where I wanted the ball. So I can actually have this guy try and kind of scoop it up. But we're going to hold on that. Honestly, I might just try and get this guy away. But we're going to do this one first. Alright, so we passed the dodge. Let's see if we pass the pickup.
I don't rate that
Nice,
player's
and
chances
I'm
of
gonna
still
go-
standing at the start of the next turn. If they are, then we may see a touchdown.
I'm just going to do this. It's a little bit more risky because it's more dice to roll. Nice, but I rolled 2 6s for it. And so what I'm trying to do right here is I'm trying to build a cage. So the way cages work is if you have guys on either like every diagonal area from them, so like here, 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 and here, that they can't actually get into the cage. He could this turn because he can block, but if there's no one adjacent to anyone, then they can only use one blitz. So they could knock this guy here or here, and they'd get a guy on the ball, but the ball would still be like they wouldn't be throwing a block on the ball carrier directly. So let's try and make this dodge, because it's an 83. See, they're going for it. Nice.
These Skavens are just too fast. Look at them.
Yeah, we're not gonna make this little bit of a hell run. We're gonna just go around like this. 67, he failed. I'm not gonna re-roll it. I don't have re-rolls anyway. Your re-rolls replenish at the half, so that's why I kind of use them a little bit more loosely. It does kind of suck because I didn't get like a full cage on the ball, but yeah. And now he's got like all these guys out my infield or outfield, but now he's got to move them all back up. It's got like a line going on here. Nice. That's prehensile tail doing the trick right there.
Extra.
He gets to reroll. Yeah, he already succeeded. Let's see what happens. I do have dodge. Oh, he failed the going for it. So what happened right there wasn't my guy actually attacking him or anything. Whenever you do a going for it, if you would end by an opponent and you fail, it like does an animation of them getting knocked down. So because I know that I can touch this down, I'm gonna look and see if there's any plays I can make where I can get 3 dice. Just for the possibility of actually getting someone downed. So I have 5 strength, and these guys have 3 strength. So I think if I can get up to 6, then I will actually get an extra dice. So I'm going to move this guy here for the support and try and blitz with my Rat Ogre. Because I really want to get that 6 SPP so that I can level him up. Unfortunately, this isn't enough. Oh, I think you actually need triple. So I think I would have need 9 strength. I'm not quite sure on that one. It's either I would have need 7 strength or 9. I think it's 7. Because right now this would put me up to 6. Because I'm normally 5 plus 1 would put me at 6 and he's 3. So unfortunately I can't do that. And I don't really think there's any other plays I can do that are super safe. This is kind of a safe play. The only thing that would get me down would be an attacker down. So I'm actually going to try it.
Going to be enough to come out
Defender stumbles. Nice. I'm gonna leave this guy here just in case something goes horribly wrong. Move him over here. Nice. Now I get 3 dice. Oh yeah, see, I needed those 3 dice. 2 dice would have been 2 attackers down, which meant I would have thrown the ball.
Go, big guy.
And I forgot he had frenzy, so he attacks twice. So which means I rolled out of 5 dice. I rolled 4 attackers down. See, that's kind of getting greedy. I should just probably touch the ball down, but I didn't think I would get another touchdown in 2 turns, so I risked it. We'll see how bad it is. The nice thing is I have all of these guys covered, so until he blocks these 2 guys, he can't blitz me. Oh yeah, but this guy can. See what happens. Defender stumbles, dodge. Probably push me there. Oh, okay. The AI sometimes does like really dumb things. It could just be medium difficulty. Now we risk more guys going down. Stunned. See over here. Just push. So I know a lot of people have played this game before or like the Warhammer thing. So if you do, or if there's anything you like about the Warhammer universe, feel free to comment about it and saying like you like the Lizardmen or Dark Elves or any of the races below. I think my 2 favorite are really the Lizardmen and the Skaven. I think they're both really intriguing. And they've got a really in-depth lore with each other as well. They're what you call like mortal rivals. So he's kind of done a really good job of caging me in, so it's going to be hard for me to dodge out of this. Mr. Rat Ogre, why did you have to fail me? So I can move this guy here to block them. I'm gonna move this guy up here. So my blitzer now gets the +1. And hope we can break this cage.
Likes to be well assisted.
Nice, buff down. Hope for an injury.
One less annoyance.
No injury. It's still gonna be easier for me to get out now though. I mean, the 67 and 83 the reroll. Let's go for it. Nice. The Skaven, it's almost, I feel like a lot of times with the Skaven, the most unlikely things to happen are gonna happen. We full sneak.
This might be the end.
Oh, I probably should have actually seen who picked up the ball. Because ideally you stack it on the same guy. I guess I did unknowingly. That way you can actually level them up. So you see how he's got the two. Oh, sorry about that. He's got the 2 yellow arrows above his little icon. Means that he's leveled up already. So at the end of this game he'll rank up. So I have 2 guys unconscious, which means I'm gonna be down to only 10 players because I had 12 in total. So this is gonna be a bit more rough, but we only have 1 turn to play because we're on turn 8. We've done the other 7 turns. So honestly, I just don't want to get killed. I just don't want to get any of my guys injured. So I think I'm gonna actually back up all my linemen that don't have block, and just hope that none of these guys get injured. You have to have at least 3 guys on the pitch. If you move one of them away, it will tell you. It will say you must have at least 3 players on the line of scrimmage. So, and I think we'll just start like that. Alright, just kick the ball right there. Oh, Blitz, I was kind of hoping this happened. So this is kind of nice. All my guys who aren't in the tackle zone get to move for free, which means I could actually get a touchdown now. It's going to be a lot of luck, though. So, but we're going to try this.
The other players stood there like statues, with such easy prey. I may swoop down myself. I fancy a bite.
Let's see if we can't. Oh, you can actually blitz from this. Oh, wow. Just want to push this guy. Okay, well, got a defender down. It's not quite where I wanted to put it. So this guy can move up here. That way I'll have someone who can possibly take the ball down, because the gun runners only have 2 strength, so this guy having 3 strength will be helpful. See, it's actually not unlikely to happen. See, it's 1 dodge. Okay, we'll do that. That way he has some support. And then the rest of these guys, I'm just going to use to try and lock down as many of his guys as possible to make him make a bunch of dodge rolls. This guy, I hope he can get right there. Nice, he can. So now the only 2 guys that aren't blocked is this lineman and this guy. I mean, he's got a 4 agility, so he's pretty likely to dodge out, but we could hope. Hope there's a fumble and we get a 1-turn touchdown.
Yeah, smells like a good
Probably gonna blitz
old-fashioned
this guy, to
fight.
be honest. 1, 2, or him moving that guy is actually helpful because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So he could touchdown. He could touchdown.
Ah, good.
I was really hoping he fumbled that, but this guy not being blocked is good. Means I have him at least to try. Hopefully not anything too serious. Yeah, just a KO.
They want to fight 1 against 11? That player is away with the fairies.
Nice. Oh no, he's got blocks, so never mind.
Murders.
That's nice. Patch him mute, huh? Ooh, an injury.
The Skaven when they're in
Let's see what happens. Broken ribs. He misses the next game. Luckily, he's just a lineman, but
They're going to spend time
and
on
we
the
do have that 1 extra. So nice. He did fail a dodge. He's burning a reroll. Let's see what happens. Nothing. He did that so that this guy is more surrounded. I want to say I'm probably going to use this guy to support, and this guy's going to do the blitz. And if we're successful, then he's going to be the one to pick up. We don't have any rerolls for it, so sorry about that. Alright, so Let's get this guy over here to support. This guy to come and blitz. Looking for a defender down.
Away from the ball.
Fortunately, we don't get a defender down, but it's a both down. We both have 7 armor, so I'm just going to try for it.
Take down the ball carrier before he can move it up the field.
Nope, he's stunned. Oh, like insult to injury. Bounces to him. Unfortunately, that's the turn, so that will end it. So the halftime shows this. One is woken up.
Looks like that apothecary's magic sponge was on full charge.
I don't quite understand how this is. I think it's whatever team wasn't on the attack last. So because on turn 8 he was actually the one receiving. I think it swaps on turn halftime. But I've had it not do that before, so I don't know if it's random.
Back to the winning team again.
He's got a pretty strong defense here. He's got a guy in every spot. So I think my best hope is going to be to try and break through this middle area. I did not want to do that. I just have like this guy over here. This guy over here. Just kind of try and block him. Yeah, we're just going to go for like a super strong middle. And hope that we can break through the middle and then dodge around or something. Alright. And I forgot that I was actually receiving, so I should have actually had a guy back here to get the ball. But thankfully he did like a short kick, so I will be able to get it. And then so the event we had happen actually allows me to move all my guys 1 square. I don't think you can make blocks. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't blitz because it's just 1 square. But this is kind of nice because I can kind of move my guys to prepare for some further blocks. It's a blitzer. We're gonna move this guy right here. Alrighty.
I've played on this pitch before, Jim. We lost, if I remember right. Lost the ball, at any rate. Couldn't find it under a big pile of corpses. I gotta admit, I was grumpy that day.
The bigger they are,
The harder they punch.
Soulless. He's got like black eyes. His little portrait, his tongue's coming out the side. It's adorable. Alrighty, use our blitzer because he's got the block skill. Nice. I hope we can get this guy down too. Nice. So now I can kind of choose which side I want to go. This guy's got 7 armor. He's got 8 armor, so I think we're going to go down on this side. And what we're going to try and do is break through. Hopefully I cause an injury to this guy so I can start forming a cage over here.
Haha, here's some friends.
Let's see. Nope, unfortunately nothing. We're going to start positioning like that. Actually, I think I'm going to move him there. You want to be careful with moving guys on the side, because if they knock him off the pitch, then it's I think it's an automatic injury roll. I think it assumes armor break. Yeah, we'll do that last. So let's see if we can't. Oh, kind of underestimated how far I could actually get. At least he picked it up. Fortunately, I don't have any support for him. Could try and pass to him next.
Well, that's one way to describe it.
So you get SPP for a throw that's successful, but you don't get an SPP if they're adjacent to each other. I think I'm gonna tempt this just for the SPP. Yeah, just for the SPP. So it was inaccurate, which I think is a -1 to catch. I guess it just missed.
No! Over on the other side! Over the other!
It's actually kind of worked out because I've got 2 guys on the ball. However, he'll probably knock one of my guys down and get people on the ball. So it was kind of a boon and also, or a blessing and also a curse. Yeah, see right here, this is like exactly why they tell you to be careful, because now he's gonna push him off, and this is a guaranteed possible injury.
And
Not
into
injury,
the crowd they go.
Injury roll.
You can never see them again.
Yeah, so he's knocked out. It's just gonna make it a bit harder for things, but Bender down, or stumbles. Skirt over more time. So got the +1 strength there. Do this. I think we're gonna do it because I have a reroll. Bang. I would have liked to have not used the had to use the reroll, but at least we were successful that time. The keys. No, he's still strength 3. Yeah, this is not looking great. At least it's a 1 dice now. No, just want to pick him up. See if we can at least move him. Okay, it's not too bad. Means next turn he can start doing some work. I think we just do this and just try and work on getting people off the ball.
At that speed, it will be difficult to catch.
The tail, Jim. All you need is the tail.
So they're gonna stay right here, because that way this guy is not supported currently. It's a 1 dice throw. It's a 1 dice throw. I think I'm gonna attempt this one. It's a push. See if I can actually get this guy over here. Nice, because now this guy's actually he's actually supported. Well, the ball's a bit more clear now.
On the edge of the field there, within grasping range of the fans. And they're looking hungry.
Oh, he's got a huge encirclement on this guy. We'll see what he does. Probably just gonna throw, I think it's 2 dice. Strength 6. Yeah, I believe it should just be 2.
That player is so close to a world of hurt.
Not having an apothecary is really dangerous for the Skaven, because like I said, they have lower armor value, so they're more likely to get injured or killed. And some injuries can be worse than just the fact that they're out of the game. It can be like a niggling injury, which makes it so they're more likely to get injured in future games, or reduce strength and ability and stuff. Badly hurt's the best result, because it means they're just gonna be out this game, but no further penalties. But they can get injuries that like reduce their stats and such. Oh, and that's a dead.
But as the saying goes,
And unfortunately, it's my Stormvermin who's extremely expensive, but this is part of the game. So that kind of sucks, but hopefully we can win in his memory.
touchdown is near. I bet the opposition didn't even see it go by.
Against Skaven, I mostly relied on odor, Jim. When it smells like old cheese, I let it rip.
Yeah, I don't want to pick this guy up because they'll just push him off. Kind of want to move to try and block him from being able to get to me without having to make a dodge roll, but it's not looking great. That's a 2 red dice. We're gonna take the risk. Yeah, so this worked out for me, so he has to choose. Yeah, I'm not gonna re-roll that. So he either chooses either of these. Both of them were him down. And because I blitzed, I can still move. So now I can try and get him over here. Nice, which means I kind of have like everyone has like their own tackle zones. Like his tackle zone is the one immediately around him. So now because of this guy, these spaces are watched, and these spaces are watched, and because this guy, these spaces are watched. So ideally, he can't get to my runner, but I can just score it. Next play is going to be a bit harder though, because we're down 5 guys.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
So the lines you keep hearing are there's 2 casters. I don't think you can actually see them on the over map, but the 2 casters will make comments about the game. I think the one's a vampire and the other one's an ogre, I believe. Oh, he made a dodge. I unfortunately missed whatever he did.
There's no harm in making a block on the ball carrier. Well, actually, you can do a lot of harm.
Yeah, it was one of these guys.
That's kind of the point.
Probably dodged through there or something. Honestly, I think I just go for the 83% chance to dodge. I've got a reroll, so I think I'm gonna take the 2 dice chance. Nice, because I really want to get SPP on this guy. I'd like to get at least inflict an injury against him, since he's killed one of my guys. And I'm gonna be down another guy for a game. It's a broken rib. Right.
We're at the halfway point of the game. If the losers are gonna make a move, they need to do it now.
Oh, it was a Stormburn that died. Okay. Nice. That was really good. Both my guys from knocked out recovered. It was huge. If they didn't, I would be down quite a few people. It's only a 50% chance for them to wake up, but you can take like Bloodweiser babes before the game. That increase your chance by 1. I think you can take up 2 of them.
All to the opponents. Now it's time to think defensively.
Just gonna build my line again. I'm attacking him. He's got 11 players. I'm down 12 minus 3. I'm down to 9. High kick. It's good for him. Allows him to move one of his guys under where it's supposed to be. And he caught it. And it's a blitzer, unfortunately, for me.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Defender down against the gutter runner. This could be really bad.
One more step in.
Nice, it's just a stun. And he's like moving his guys past again really early, so might be able to get to his guy this turn with these 2 right here. Oh, there's 2 of Hells. Okay, I thought we lost the one guy that I kept saying his name, the Hatchamute, but we lost Leomute of Hell. Maybe they were brothers or something. But just a common last name for Skavens. Hopefully he can get revenge on whoever knocked down his possible brother. So unfortunately I can't. I'm not gonna be able to get to his thrower, or not his thrower, his guy with the ball without risking dodges. So I'm just gonna try and at least get guys on him.
About to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
So nice to this guy. Honestly, yeah, let's try and knock
that player is about to get punched above
this guy
and
down, so I can actually get my
at the same time.
My red ogre over here. Wow, actually passed a wild animal. That's really good because he's got the prehensile tail, so it's harder for him to dodge away.
Especially if the ball
He can't go this
down.
way because it's blocked by his body and these guys, and this guy's protecting from dodges. I am out of a blitz. So I'm gonna just get this guy over here, and then just gonna try and pin people down. Try and get him around. Maybe the thrower can pick it up and throw it to him for a touchdown.
It will be difficult to catch.
That would be nice.
Tail, Jim.
But I do have a
All you need is
reroll,
the
and this
tail.
guy's a good thrower because he's got the throw skill, so it's possible. So this game, so what I'm playing right now is the single player Eternal League, which means you can pretty much just keep going forever with a team. You play in like different seasons and stuff like that. But there is also multiplayer where you can play in player versus player leagues, or players can play together against AI, and it's all really fun. You can have quite a couple of tournaments and stuff like that. So let's hope he doesn't fail the wild animal. Nice, he didn't, but he rolled double attack
Watching
down.
the same match as you.
And he failed the loner.
I
So
admired that block, and it paid off.
unfortunately he
No,
has rolled a lot of attacker downs this game. I didn't pick this guy up first because if I did, they could have possibly
we
knocked
call
him
that
out.
a pleading pass. The coach is
He's
pleading
going
that
for the
pass would
dodges,
kick off a
and it
last-minute
worked.
play and save
Passing.
the skid before full time.
He failed. He's gonna re-roll. Passes, and he
they're moving the
catches
ball
it, so
really
it's a
well.
touchdown.
He scored! He scored!
The Skaven are a good team, but their big strengths are their movement values. They're not very good at blocking. I prefer a bit more bashy teams, but I think Skaven's not bad. They're just low. Their lower armor value makes it more risky.
It's not insurmountable, but it's
So
not
sometimes
easy to
I put
overcome.
my armor value guys
But defense
in
is
situations
good
I probably
offense.
shouldn't have, not
Or
thinking about their
other way
armor.
around.
Thankfully, I am attacking, so hopefully my thrower can actually catch the ball and throw it to one of my gutter runners so he can at least get an SPP. The SPP stands for star player points. That's how your guys rank up and get new skills and possibly extra stats and such. So I'm gonna put him over here. We'll try and break through on this side. Lift him up. He got an extra reroll, not me. So you can see that one was based off of coaching assistant. So if you have a coaching assistant, it would have added to it. So he rolled a 3, I rolled a 2. He had +1 fame, so he got a 4 total. I got a 2 total because I have no fame or coaching assistant. So
Will the big one manage to lay out an opponent of half his
This
strength?
kind of sucks because he is frenzy, so he's going to keep
That's
attacking.
quite a mismatch, Bob.
I know.
Well,
That
got our
weed
defender
fella
stumble, so it actually worked this time.
Oh, I'm excited, Jim.
I'm actually going to use this guy instead of my blitzer because I want to use my blitzer against that guy. Because he's got lower armor value. Just a stun, but stuns are still good. Push him this way. This guy over here.
Unity is strength.
Fortunately, he didn't knock him down.
Fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more step.
I'm probably going to put my one guy here, try to throw to him.
Those vermin are
It's
fast.
not quite a complete cage, but it's going to have to do. Put this guy over here so he can support him. It'll still just be a 1 dice, so I might not even make that block, but we're gonna go here, and then we're just gonna pass. Oh, that's right, I gotta make sure I pick it up first.
What, are you asleep then?
He failed, and he
I
had sure
certainly
hands and failed for sure hands. So I just have one turn. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So I actually don't think I can make a touchdown. Yeah, he would have had to have been one closer. Maybe I should have moved him into the position. My only way to make a touchdown now, I think it's starting to storm vermin and trying to go for a dodge. 3, 9, yeah, he could make it. It's gonna be risky though. Well, if he picks it up, this is probably gonna be bad for me.
Impossible to tackle. The fans will love it.
Failed. Rerolling.
I get it. They want to pick up the ball, but you got to get rid of your opponent first.
Hopefully he follows, because then this guy will only be covered by that one. Whenever you're dodging, it's the squares you're dodging out of, or dodging into instead of out of. It's like if you're dodging into 3 tackle zones, it's harder as opposed to just if you're dodging out of one. Follow. Nice. This guy's undefended, so now he can blitz him. So I'm gonna have him blitz like that. So then I can possibly put him down right there, and hopefully the ball scatters over here.
Get next to the ball carrier so you can block him. And if that doesn't work, excuse my bad manners, but I gotta break in here.
Nice.
It's a solid tactic. If you kill the fool
if
carrying
he
the
can
ball,
make it.
then you stop him.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything to support him to make it any easier. This is gonna be a long shot. See if we can even pick it up. Pick it up. Make it over here. Throw it. They have a chance to intercept, and he's got a low chance to catch it anyway.
A last-minute pass, but will it go anywhere? No, that's how you.
He failed to intercept, and he did pick it up. He makes the dodge. Let's see if he makes the going for it. Come on. Nice. Wow, that was actually really clutch.
That was quite the sprint. They dodged.
He did it to make up for my other strong vermin getting killed.
That touchdown.
There he is. Rest in pieces.
This looks like the end. They can't catch up such a big gap.
So like what I did before, I'm gonna put my guys off the line. Hope for a blitz.
Being in the lead, this team now has to kick the ball to the losing squad.
They'll want to get it back as soon as they can.
I'm actually gonna take the blitzer off the line because I don't want to risk losing him. I'll put these guys like this and just hope we don't sustain any more injuries. Quick snap. The quick snap is the one that allows you to move one tile. I apologize if I click through the events really quick. I'm just really I'm used to I think all of them. So
The more the merrier.
that was a really good touchdown by him. But the apothecary helps with the injuries because you can reroll them. So I possibly could have prevented him dying, but I might even have rerolled the broken rib. Probably not though.
Oh, the ball has been lost.
Fails to pick it up. I only have one turn. Or actually, I don't even have a turn, so it's over. So that's going to generate the results for all the other things.
Just try dishing out a few whacks.
So after this, I'm going to look at the stats, look at how the other teams are doing.
Jim. I've lost count.
And then I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'll be doing another
3 anyway. That was a lot, right?
Crossing the extremes isn't that bad. Nice. So after this, so this is how much I had. Then I rolled a 5 for my winnings, so I made 60,000. If you win against a player, it gives you a reroll. Actually, I guess it gives us a reroll here too. Whenever you're playing in like a league online, if you're playing against an AI, then you don't get that reroll. But I guess we get the reroll here because it's Eternal League. I'm not gonna reroll a 5. The only thing higher I could get was a 6, but honestly, I'm okay with the 60,000. It's enough to buy another player. My fan factor went up for winning. My Rat Ogre got MVP. So this is a really nice mechanic they have is at the end of the game, someone on your team will be marked an MVP. It could have been my guy who died, which means I would have just lost the 5 SPP, but thankfully it was my Rat Ogre. That's actually huge because now he just has to get 1 injury or 1 throw or a touchdown in order to level up. But we can look at the statistics here. I had the ball a little over a third of the time. He hit it a little over a third of the time. Passes, successful catches, we both had 1. I made 37 blocks, he made 28. KOs, injuries, kills, yards, all that. And this. I'll just show this after every game, just in case anyone's curious to see all this stuff. SVP, this is the SVP you get from everything. And then this is just dice rolls. I'm not gonna look at the statistics there.
You know I have the attention span.
Alright, so my team value dropped a lot to 87 or 870 because I lost a player and I have a lineman out for the next game. So let's level this guy up. So whenever you level him, you roll 2 dice. On doubles, you can take a stat that he doesn't have or that he's not normally allowed to take, or a skill he's not normally allowed to take. If you roll, I think, a 9, 10, 11, 12, all 4 of those give you stats. I think a 9 is movement allowance or armor value, and then 10 and 11 and 12, I'd just be guessing, but one of them is strength, one of them is agility. It might be a 10, 11, 12, but we'll see. For my gutter runner, I'm going to put block on him. I like to do this because if you have block and dodge, that means you ignore both downs and you ignore defender stumbles, which means you only go down on defender down. And I find that really useful for guys who are going to have the ball because they're less likely to get knocked down. So here you can see general and agility is what he normally has. And then the dice means if I roll doubles, I can get a passing, strength, or mutation. I didn't know the default Skaven could actually get mutations, so that's actually kind of cool. The mutations are like extra arms and stuff like that, and they give you bonuses to different things. Huh. They all have access to mutations? I guess they do. I would like to buy a Storm Vermin. Unfortunately, I can't. I had 11 players, but because he's out, I'll be down to 10. They'll give me a loner.
That the new Cabal
so if you're ever
HD
below 11,
blues
they'll
have been
make up
selling like
the difference by giving you
hotcakes
like
from
mercenary
all
characters, so you can
Don't
hire at the
confuse
end if
the
you want.
viewers, Jim.
The downside is they'll have loner for the game,
Not that they're made
so
out
most of the time I
cake
just
and
use them as throwaway. But honestly, I'm okay with not buying a character, just saving up for a Storm Vermin. So here we can see a win, what season we're in, and then in this we can see all the teams. So you have my team, the Blizzard Scores, which is a Chaos team, Scavenging Scorpios, Kimmery, Abrasive Surf Riders, that's kind of a funny name, Elven Union, Nasty Stallions, a lot of actually a lot of elves, 2 Elven Unions, a Wood Elf and a Dark Elf. Wow, so it's Chaos and Nurgle, which are both Chaos teams, Elven Unions, Wood Elf, and Dark Elf, which are all Elf teams. So me and the Kimmery are the only 2 that aren't in a group, I guess. So leaderboard, you can see I won my game, the Summer Stags won their game, Scorpios, Abrasive, they all won their game. These guys lost, and you can see the schedule. You can flip through the days. So today I am going to be fighting the Reeking Bacteria. I'm going to assume that's the Nurgle, it's a funny name. And then day 3 I'll be fighting the Abrasive Surf Riders, which are the Elven Union, and you can just look at all that. But that is going to complete the recording for now, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like if you like it, and feel free to comment about any other Warhammer games. I own Mordheim and the Total War games, so I'd be happy to do them. If you ever have any questions, I can also teach them. So, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.